As a young person, what you're trying to do is to prepare for your future. You're trying to accumulate enough assets so that when you are unable or unwilling to work in the future, that you can have this cash flow coming back to you. What you want to do is invest in the U.S., and you want to invest globally as well. You don't know that the U.S. will be the best place in the world to invest in the future. So spread your bets out, 60, 70% here in the U.S., maybe 30% international. Economic power tends to beget military power, which gets you political power. I kind of sound like Scarface, don't I?
Then when you get the money, you get the power.
When you think of investing, you think of the assets that you accumulate, and there's 4 primary types of assets: bonds, stocks, cash, and real estate. And real estate, I referenced the zombie apocalypse again. If you own a home and you have a few guns and some food to hang out, you can sort of ride things out. Many advisors will recommend you hold up to 5 or 10% of your assets in gold, because gold has been a store of value and a medium of exchange for the last 5,000 years. The US dollar has only been around for about 200. There's ways to buy gold without buying the actual bullion, but if the grid shuts down and if there's no communication, you will not have it on your person. Many people like to buy gold coins, bars, or something in the physical, tangible form and hide it in their house in a safe or in the air conditioning ducts or something like that. Bonds, you don't really want to be involved with bonds at your age. Bonds are something maybe for people approaching retirement. They want to buy a bond because it's a contract that you're going to get your money back and get a stream of the interest payments along the way. The big risk there, inflation and interest rates. When interest rates go higher, bond prices go down. When inflation goes up, the value of the money you're getting back from that bond is going down. You've got to pay your student loans first. That's kind of like a non-negotiable. You got to pay your rent. You got to pay for food. You're young, you're social, you go out, but maybe you buy Pabst Blue Ribbon. You don't buy the Jameson shots. Let somebody who works at Goldman Sachs buy those for you. So right now is probably the best time to refinance student loans, because you're not going to see interest rates much lower. They can't be much lower than they are right now. One thing to consider is becoming an employee of the public sector. By that I mean a teacher, a policeman, a fireman, career military, city municipal employees, state employees. These people, after 20 or 25 years of service, are given a pension, a fixed amount of money that goes up by some amount every year until you're dead. Say you're a millennial, you're earning $40,000 a year before taxes. I got some bad news for you. There are taxes, and they're higher if you live in places like New York or Boston or San Francisco, where there's a state income tax and sometimes even a city income tax. So $40,000 comes down to $28,000, which comes out to about $2,333 per month after taxes. How much should you spend on rent? A good yardstick passed down through the ages is no more than 30%. So 30% of that $2,333 equals $700 a month on rent. It's not an enviable thing at all to be a millennial, but some things you do have going for you is that you're a big population, and big populations have to have somewhere to live. The real estate industry kind of drives the economy, and what you millennials do have going for you is you're the biggest cohort of population since the baby boom. You're bigger now than the baby boom. Strength in numbers could actually help out.